Good morning, I'm Kevin Price. Delighted to be with you. Going to spend some time talking to you about you and your business. I'm going to jump right straight into our first interview. Got Heather Robinson on. She's a journalist, and we're going to talk a little bit about the ongoing Mideast crisis and the situation there. Heather, real quickly, just give us a little bit of background about yourself and who you write for.
Sure. Hi, I'm contributing editor at the Jewish Week, which is based in New York City. I've written for the Wall Street Journal, the Los Angeles Times, the New York Post, and I blog at heatherrobinson.net, my website. I've done a series of interviews with an Iraqi politician, a parliamentarian who's pro-Israel, Mithal al Alusi, and he has some interesting insights and thoughts about the situation, which is, of course, in a state of flux right now.
Yeah, tell us real quickly about that.
Sure. Well, he's an amazing person. He has been on the front lines of advancing human rights in the Middle East. He was open about his support for normal relations between Iraq and Israel some years ago, and as a result, terrorists murdered his two sons. But despite this unthinkable tragedy, he stayed in Iraq, has been elected to the Iraqi parliament 3 times, and has refused to back down or to leave. And right now he says President Obama has a 2-week window at most to influence the new Iraqi government. Things are really up in the air over there, and he is a great person who represents moderation and cooperation among democracies. So he's really encouraging President Obama to take the lead and unite moderates in the Middle East right now.
Yeah, hurry before they're all exterminated.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're in terrible danger. They have been for many years now. A lot of them already have been, and he has been has survived numerous assassination attempts, and it's really just by the grace of God that he's still with us.
Let me ask you, it seems to me that President Obama is way over his head. And maybe any president would be over his head, but this one particularly so. He doesn't seem to get it. He doesn't seem to get the depth and breadth of the problem. He's lagging behind. He publicly tells people, we have no strategy. I don't think I've ever heard a president say anything so naive as that. Tell me a little bit about Obama and his ability to navigate these kind of waters.
Well, I know, that he yesterday said something about U.S. is going to go on some offense now. I agree. It's very late, but as Al Alusi, the Iraqi politician I've been quoting, says, it's never too late to do the right thing. And I think that what Obama should do is, right now he's been very vague. The whole situation is very much in flux, but I know, from Al Alusi that the moderates in that region are really looking to him, to the U.S. president, to show leadership and conviction about protecting human rights, standing up for the values that our troops fought for, and having influence in doing so. Yeah,
maybe. I mean, that's a nice saying, but I like for them to try to tell that to the 6 million Jews that were merely an afterthought of the Allies' military policy during World War II. There is also too little, too late, as Douglas MacArthur said, and I think that may be the tombstone for this administration's foreign policy. I don't know. Where can we learn more about you? Where can we learn more about your writing?
Absolutely. My website, which is heatherrobinson.net, and I write about the Middle East, human rights, and as a sideline, I do a little writing about relationships and dating on the lighter side. But yes, you can read more about Alusi and about moderates in the Arab world. Is a beat I've covered for years at heatherrobinson.net.
Yeah, you're a little like me. It sounds like a little bit of ADD. I write business, technology, business, technology, politics, and most recently an entertainment column at Huffington Post. I wrote recently on Joan Rivers. It appears you have too over there. And that I don't want any of my listeners to expect to see a regular column on entertainment, but I did have to comment on that. And thanks for Huffington Post for featuring that article. So you and I may be a little diverse in our interests.
Yes. Well, everybody deserves to de-stress sometimes.
That's right. Heather Robinson, thanks so much for being with us. HeatherRobinson.net.
Thanks for having me.
When we come back, much more for you. Do want to remind you, best content here shows up over there at UFCTheReview.com, and this is The Price of Business.